Oder here. I want to talk to you today about a unique solution offered by Boca bearing for getting longer life and longer casting distance out of your favorite reels. I have this nice little mouse pad, which is a guide showing me the different sizes of the orange seal ceramic bearings. That way, I know what product goes with what reel. In this particular instance, I'm going to be replacing the bearings on a Lews Speed Spool. This is your standard $99 speed spool, nothing special. Comes with aluminum bearings. We're going to replace those with these orange seal ceramic bearings made by Boca bearing. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and get this opened up. Now, some of the tools that you're going to need are the spool pin pliers. Boca bearings offers these on their website. A couple Q-tips for cleaning out any old grease or oil, and a nail file for unlocking some of the shields or seals found within the reel. Well, the first thing you want to do is unscrew this pin on top of the speed spool, and that loosens up this side plate. Once that's loosened up, you push down on the back end on the Lews model and you'll be able to open that up, and you'll see right away there's one of the traditional factory bearings inside the Lews Speed Spool. This is about 12 months old. Go ahead and pull the spool out itself, and on the back side you'll notice there's another factory bearing held in place by this pin, which we're going to use this tool to release that pin and expose the bearing. And finally, on this side of the reel, you need to unlock or unscrew this tension cap, and you will see another bearing exposed here. Again, these bearings are being held in place by a very little tiny pin, and I use this nail file here to get underneath that pin, and typically it comes right out. There we go. Be careful not to lose this pin. And once I have this little lip, pull it out with your finger, otherwise it will shoot off into oblivion and you might never find it. Go ahead and set that there. So now we have the original bearing exposed, and I'm just going to pop that. There you go. There's the original bearing. Grab the orange seal ceramic bearing by Boca bearing. Okay, I'm going to grab the orange seal ceramic bearing made by Boca bearing. There. And finally, we're going to take a little tiny shield or security ring, and we're going to put that back in place, and I'll be right back. We've got that security ring back in place, and our bearing is all set to go. One thing you might do is add a couple drops of oil. I've already done so to this particular bearing, but that will ensure the longevity and casting distance. Go ahead and screw back on your tension cap, and that bearing's good to go. Okay, once you got your side plate off, you'll notice there's a very little tiny ring that holds that bearing in place. The ring looks similar to this. You want to be very careful not to lose these. So I've got this one taken off. I'm going to go ahead and pop out the bearing there. And you can see there's kind of some old grease and oil down in there. I'm just going to take a Q-tip and clean that out. Clean that out real good. Go ahead and take your replacement, the replacement orange seal Boca bearing. Drop it in place, and then reinsert this little O-ring. Okay, that's completed. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is remove this pin found on the spool so that you have access to this third bearing, and you can do so with this tool. What you want to do is try and get the tool situated so this pin pushes out the other side. Okay, now we gotta find the pin. There it is. Okay, now that that pin is free, you can pop this bearing off. That is the larger of the 3 bearings that came in the kit. And go ahead and take your Q-tip and clean up any old oil that's found on this spool. Put the new bearing on, make sure it's pushed down nice and snug, and replace the pin again using the tool. There's a different area of the tool for this particular application. Just like that. Now that that's completed, you might want to add a little bit of oil to this bearing as well and reassemble your reel. Okay, the reel's been put back together. The bearings have been replaced with Boca Bearings orange seal ceramic bearings, and I'm ready to go fishing. You'll notice the difference right away. The bearings are slightly louder because they are ceramic, but they certainly have a great feel. Happy fishing.